Welcome back. From overcoming incarceration to becoming the director of supportive housing, Christina Green is a powerful force for change at the Osborne Association. Before we meet our guest, we wanted to take the time to share a trailer from a short documentary that helps shine a light on Christina Green's journey. Let's take a look.
I had tried so many times to get clean on my own. I couldn't do it on my own. But me being arrested and having that tower moment, my kids were gone, I was facing charges. I had to come to that moment, that breaking point to say, you know what, it's time for me to change. I knew how I wanted to help other ladies that had struggled with trauma, that had been involved in sex trafficking, people that had substance use disorder. I know I can help other people.
Christina Green joins me now.
Good morning, Brittany.
Good morning, Christina. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. Very excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. So, to start off, tell us a little bit about the Osborne Association and its overall mission.
Well, our overall mission, what a great place. Let me just start by saying that. I started as a participant. I can't be more grateful and humbled by the whole organization. We transform lives, communities. We help people within incarceration, outside of incarceration. We do policy work. We work with the families. It's not only the people. I mean, incarceration is a community issue, so we support the community in that, in returning citizens successfully re-entering the community.
That's amazing. Tell me, your work began with the Osborne community as a community health worker. Tell me, what did your role consist of?
Well, when I first started, like I said, I had finished a workforce development program after I returned from incarceration through the Osborne Association, and I saw all the great work that I did. And you get that feeling was like, I belong here. This is the kind of work I want to do. And I applied for the position. I received the position as a community health worker. I accompanied participants to doctors' offices because health issues is a big factor for people returning from incarceration. And I was a peer support specialist, having that shared experience of incarceration. It was probably one of the best jobs I've ever had, but I worked really hard and was promoted throughout the organization, and now I'm the director of supportive housing. I'm proud to say.
Well, congratulations on your journey. That sounds like an amazing feat. And it started even earlier because the work that you do is especially significant because you have experience with the criminal justice system. So, can you tell us a little bit more about your journey with incarceration?
Yeah, well, I was arrested in 2016, and through that journey, I had to navigate several obstacles through, with my family, my children. I'm a mother, coming home and not knowing where am I going to start? How do I even start this journey? But I took the time during incarceration. I went back to school. I got clean. I've been clean. In March will be 9 years free from drugs, which I'm very proud of. And I came home and I found an organization that welcomed me with open arms. Um, and I think if people understood, people just want second chances, and the Osborne Association is about giving people second chances.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, congratulations. Tell us a little bit about how this journey influences your day to day work with the Osborne Association and how does it continue, to influence?
Well, I think having that shared experience, that shared life experience, I take it very seriously. When we started a housing project, we look at things, the needs of the residents returning home. So one of those might be connection to healthcare, like I mentioned earlier, is very important. Technical support, social support, a social support, whether it be from staff members or social support from one another, or learning how to communicate with your family, because people are returning home. There may be some trauma issues or some different kind of things that they're working on. and helping, guiding the people through that journey and having that shared experience and being a peer to that, because I always put that first and foremost, that I'm still a peer, and I do understand the obstacles.
Speaking of knowing what you know now and given your experience, what are the benefits of having someone with experience with incarceration to do this type of work?
I often hire people with that were at one time justice impacted, understanding the needs of the community. So our housing portfolio is growing. It seems like daily. I'm so proud of all the great housing work that we're doing. But like right here in the Bronx, we have Fulton Reentry Center, so serving older men returning after long-term incarceration. So putting those tools in place so people can be successful. You have to give people tools to be successful. You can't just drop them in the community. So the Osborne Association, we connect. We have workforce development classes, employment specialists. Like I said, connection to healthcare, connection to social support, substance use disorder, and all the tools you need so you can regain, your life with your family, or on your own. Every situation is different, back into the community, successful, to avoid recidivism. And I've seen a lot of success stories within our different housing programs. Our Fulton, which just opened in April, special shout out to DHS, thank you. um, we had two people from April that came to our reentry center and are already have supportive housing. Went from transitional housing to their own housing. That's huge. So it's working. We have another site, Marcus Garvey in Brooklyn. We have a lot of success stories there. That's been open a couple years now. And just seeing people transition from, they have their housing, they have a social support system, they have gainful employment, not just part-time jobs. They have real employment. So we reach out to employers. We need employers committed to second chances. Partners, employers committed to second chances.
Yeah, I really appreciate what you said about giving people resources. You can't just drop them back into the community after being incarcerated for a set amount of time and expect them to just adapt as, time kind of passed them by. So I really appreciate that point. With that, I also want to switch gears into another project you're involved in, which is the documentary Concrete Rose. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Wow, what an experience. I've never done anything like that. Amanda Ramirez asked me to be the point on this documentary,
Hmm.
and again, I was humbled. If I look back on my life 10 years ago, I never thought I would be where I am today. It was an experience. I'd have to say I like my job much better. But I'm really excited about the documentary. It's won quite a few awards. We actually won a Silver Telly Award, and I'm excited about it. If my journey can help other people, I'll do anything I can.
And so, with that, tell us a little bit about how the documentary might have assisted with your mission to help people get back on track.
Well, I think putting it out there and sharing my story, and sometimes there's parts of my story that I'm not proud of,
Hmm.
and it's not pretty, but it's real life.
Yeah.
And I had to share some real hard things that had happened in my life story, but putting it out there to share with other men and women that you don't have to be judged by the worst mistake that you've made in your life, and that people have the capacity to change,
Hmm.
and I want to give people the tools in order to do that, taking all those skills prior, and transitioning them into positive work and to helping other people. I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to be a part of people's lives, and people's change now. And it not only heals my participants, but a part of it actually heals me through doing this work.
Absolutely. And I really do appreciate you for being honest and coming to the forefront with your journey, because a lot of times people will, kind of hide away the truth and try to sweep it under the rug. But I think it is important to share your journey to show other people that they're not alone. So, with that, tell me a little bit. The film has been submitted into numerous international film festivals and, like you mentioned, has won quite a few accolades. Tell me, what do you hope that viewers learn about the road to recovery and success?
I hope that people learn that listen, just because you're doing the right thing and you're putting one foot in front of the other, life has hits you hard sometimes, and things come up. But if you have a support system, people that you can reach out to, employment, like I said, employment, housing, and a support system, those are the three things that you need most of anything, that more than anything, to be successful in that. So again, if my role can help somebody else return to the community successfully, I'll do whatever I can. And I try to, it's a big part of my life, not only my employment, but my personal life, into helping people reenter the community successfully. Because with that support, if I could be a support system, I absolutely want to be.
That's amazing, Christina. Once again, I want to congratulate you on your journey in this documentary, and I wish you guys all the best in these new film festivals.
Thank you so much.
To learn more about the work and services offered by the Osborne Association, please go to their website at osborneny.org. Stay tuned, we have more open for you right after this.